I'm sitting here right now in one of the most amazing places in Israel. We can actually connect the archaeology with history, with geography, and of course with the Bible. This is the place of the miracle of the swines, and I'm actually sitting on a remain of a mausoleum. For those of you who don't know, mausoleum is actually a structure of a tomb. Inside, it looks like a house, but inside that house there is a tomb. I would like to read to you from the Bible, from book of Mark, chapter 5. And this is the story of the demoniac. And it goes like this. This is the story of the demoniac, Mark 5, verse 1. And he came across the sea to the land of the Gadarenes. Everything around me that you see around me, those cliffs around me, we are now in the land of the Gadarenes. The city in front of us is the city of Hippos, or Susita in Hebrew. This is actually a city mentioned in the Bible as one of the Decapolis. This is the Decapolis. And he came up from the boat, and there's a man coming to him from the tombs. I'm sitting on those tombs right now. That there was an evil spirit in him, and he dwelt among the tombs, like in here. And they tried to shackle him, but no one could subdue him. For many times they have put him in shackles, but he broke the shackles and the vessels, and no one could subdue him. And always, day and night, he was in the mountain and the tombs, yelling and screaming and hurting himself with rocks. As he saw Jesus from afar, he ran down and bowed to him. And he cried out in a loud voice and said, "What is to you, Yeshua, son of high God? By God I swear you, do not torment me." For he said to him, "Get out of this man, you evil spirit." And he asked him what his name. And he said, My name are Legion, for we are many. And he begged to him very much so they would not cast him out of this land. And there was a herd of pigs grazing in the mountain nearby. And all the demons had begged to say to him, "Cast us into the pigs, and we'll come into them." And he will let them go from the demoniac. And those pigs came down. The demons came down to the pigs and ran down from the mountain into the sea. 2,000 of them that day have drowned in the sea. And the pig herders heard and walked around and said in the towns and in the fields what had been done. And they came to Jesus, and they saw the demoniac sit by him, all dressed in white, all dressed and in good faith. And they told all of those who had seen what had done to the demoniac and the word of the pigs. And they started to beg him that he will move away from their land. And as he came down to the boat, the man begged him, the possessed man begged him to come with him, but he would not. For he said to him, "Go to your home and to your family, and tell them what great things God have done to you today, and how he showed you mercy." And the man did. And he went into the Decapolis and told the great things that Jesus had done to him, and everybody was in awe. I'm reading this, by the way, from Hebrew, so translate as we go. This is one of the places that is truly seeing the Bible comes to life. Truly, because we are now sitting on the tombs, in one of those tombs, in the mausoleums. The city behind me is one of the Decapolis. This is the city of Hippos. And the demoniac lived in a tomb like this. So when the Bible says about the demoniac coming down to Jesus, he came down to see Jesus coming up from the Sea of Galilee, which is right behind us. We can actually cross everything that happens to this location. Behind me, you can see the cliffs. These are the Cliffs of Gadara. And you can see behind me this green, lush hills. This is where the pigs were. This is where they grazed. My home, by the way, is right behind us. And from here you can imagine the demons flying from Legion into the pigs and then run into the sea, which is right behind us. And this is something quite amazing. We read that the people of the Decapolis asked Jesus to get away from their land. Why is that? They were very happy that he saved them from the demoniac that was tormenting the people. Why did they ask him to leave this place? Imagine how much a pound of flesh costs, a pound of pig costs today. Multiply that by 2,000 and you have the entire economy of the city. This is the reason why they were so upset with him, because he destroyed their economy. But here is where the Bible shows us a twist. The name of the demon was Legion, for we are many. Down below here, a year later, after the men walked around and proclaiming the Decapolis, we have the feeding of the 5,000, the feeding of the multitude that took place right over here. So here is a way for Jesus basically to heal the people that were in the city financially to feed them after their economy was destroyed.